Well, hello everybody on the YouTube. It's the Wingnut, and trying something a little different today. I'm using a chest harness that I've had for a while, and as you can see from my phone, I can preview and see what I'm showing you. So we had a little incident last weekend. I went to jump on the bike to go make a trip, and if the video is salvageable, I'll show you what happened. I basically made it from where I had it parked over there next to where those chairs are at to here with no throttle, and then my grip started spinning, so my throttle tube is locked up. We'll get some parts for the old backhoe, or at least try to. Looks like my grip glue came off. Well, ain't that some shit? Me. Finally get a chance to goddamn ride. And I've got no fucking throttle.
Emotional damage.
I'm not sure why. It may be that mod that I did, that I'm very happy with, because it made it to where my hands didn't vibrate by filling this full of silicone, may have expanded and locked up my throttle, which I really hope not. It was stiff. So we're gonna get our toolkit out. And as you guys can see right here, and bear with me, I'm getting used to doing all this stuff with the chest rigs and everything. We got our stuff here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, so what I got to do to get to the throttle tube is I got to take off the bar weight. I got to take off my probe end. I got to take out my Atlas. And then there's a screw here in the back, and there's a screw here. And to get to that screw, I got to take my mirror off. So let's start with the bar end. I believe that was his Was that 8 or a 6? It's a 6. And that's pretty stiff. So we're going to do the old lever method to get it started. And we'll just do it from there. Yep. So we've got this. We've got our washers. We're going to set this down right here. So this is out of the way. Next is 14, so we need to go up. $17. Yep. Put that right there. All right, and now we have these two. I'm gonna wiggle this down. You can see some where it did leak out in a few spots. So if it's leaking out here, if there's any holes along here, it's definitely leaked out there, and it's going to cause that to seize. So I was a bit rambunctious in what I was doing. See, I twisted so much my grip glue came off. So now if I want to do anything with that, I got to re-glue it, which I don't have any grip glue. It's supposed to have been here already. That is a Torx. So we'll go ahead and we'll take the that, my friend, is a 10. You know, and you guys have watched the channel for a while. You guys know I love the Atlas throttle locks. They are phenomenal. This is my second one on my second bike. I like them a lot. They work really, 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 really good. And you definitely put them on with just a spot of Loctite. There we go. Once you get it loose, you can disconnect it. It's got a little gear set. Where it goes back together. Clamps on. I'll just get it started. Alright. So put our T10 up. And this little rubber dust coating. There's 2 Phillips screws that you gotta undo. See, that just seized up all the way. Cool. I should be able to split this and gain access to my throttle tube. It is pretty rusty in there. And I can see what's going on. So my throttle tube seems like it is absolutely seized. Like, I can't even rotate it. It is stuck on. So we're going to do something. We're just going to stick this in here. We're just going to try to it was absolutely seized on there. And my throttle tube should be able to move. And I have a feeling I'm going to have to one side off. Come all the way around to the other side. Take the other side off. So, I don't know if you guys get it, but all I did was undo this top one, slide the whole assembly this way, and loosened it up so we can get this out of the way. This dust cover. So now we don't have anything, so I'm not pulling this around, I'm not stretching nothing that has to do with those cables, which are your throttle cables. So I don't want to do that, but I ain't never in my life seen anything like that. I mean, this is like on. Like, I need a pry bar on. I got a pry bar. Well, that's my problem. That's why I don't have any throttle. My throttle tube is straight up seized on there. And I have a damn good feeling that it's either rust, which I doubt, unless the rust built up and caused things to press, but that should have came apart, or it's my little quick fix for the vibration. I don't know. I don't know. I need something I can pry with. I'm going to try something desperate. I can at least find out what it is. If I got to order a new tube, I will. There's, anywhere between $9 and $30 for one, depending on whose you buy. Personally, I get a promotion or something. Let's see what we can find. Yeah, dually is fixed, and I just need to go pick it up. I've been waiting on the check to clear. Aha! From the insurance company from the semi, which it cleared today on Saturday. Whew. Got a cut on my finger. Brake clean head fountain. So we should be able to pick it up. I should go pay for it. They're not open today. Go pay for it on Monday. Pick it up Monday night. Get off work. I'm pretty sure I can go to Huntsville and get one. Yes, I know this is probably not going to work. I know it's probably going to break it, but I got to get it off. Oh. It's actually working. So what is it that has, that's a lot of rot. Look at that. That is a lot of rust. Look at that. So it's rust. My handlebars had rusted. That was our cause. That would be why it did that. I'm pretty sure this little bit of flashing didn't help, but that would be why. I don't have working handlebars. It had literally rusted shut. I've been leaving the bike out in the weather too much. I'm going to do something about that. While they're meant to be outside, they're not meant to be left outside sitting. So that's got to get cleaned up. And I should be able to take care of this. I'm going to go get some tools. Oh, and I didn't mention this. I guess I need to bring it up. We got a new cat. His name is Socrates. Or my man Socrates. He's inside, you little kid. I'm sure there's a picture floating somewhere. So we've got a rusty component. And what do we do with rusty components? We try to sand them. So yeah. It needs to be clean too, but for right now, see? Absolutely, because it was rusted inside. They just built up rust. So I'm going to look up, see how people deal with that. I'm not that liquid with cash, but that seems to be a thing to do. So look at that. Spins just fine now. I wonder what I'm going to have to, if I put anything on there. Alright guys, so I'm back. So basically this is for bikes that are stored outside, even under a cover. This is not uncommon. And I had noticed that my throttle was getting stiffer and stiffer and stiffer. And I think that last month that I was down and I couldn't ride because my arms and my wrists were hurting so bad. This side was pointed up and I didn't have it under a cover. So I'm thinking water got in. It looked like it built up around the clamp and just seized it. So the recommended thing to do is to clean everything, sand it, which we wire brushed it and that got the majority of it off. I'm going to have to do something about this rust underneath here, and I'm going to put some, since it's a metal on plastic, I'm going to get some silicone based grease or some waterproof grease. There's some stuff I used to use. I actually use it on the wheel bearings of my vehicles. We used to use it on our trailer bearings when I was at Mobile Unit 2, which is an EOD command, and I was just a boat shop guy for a very short amount of time before I got chucked off somewhere else. And by the way, awesome command. We used this stuff that was for saltwater, like saltwater proof grease. It held up really good in our trailer bearings, and I liked it so much that I have continued to use it over the years. I do not have a tub of it here, unfortunately, so I'll have to go into town tomorrow and get some. And what I'll do is I'll finish cleaning that. I'll show you guys the rest of it. We're going to keep going with this video, and we'll lube it. I'll reload my cable, show you how I do that. then we'll just kind of wrap it up from there in this video. So just bear with us. It might be a long one. All right, so we're back the next day. You can see that I used my wire wheel, got all that clean. I've got some cleaning to do on these just because I want to clean them. Then you'll see my cables, which I don't know how well you guys can see, but there's my throttle cables here and there. So there's 2 throttle cables on this. What I'm going to do, this is stuff I like to use called dry slide. It is a dry moly lubricant. It's actually mixed in alcohol. Give it a good shake. You slide this needle inside that tube and it flows down and it lubricates your cables all the way down. And any chance you get to lubricate your cables on your bike, I highly suggest doing it. So we'll just take it in there, give it a couple good squeezes. And it'll work its way down along the cable to the carburetor. And I don't see any dripping down the side, so we're going to give it a couple more squeezes. And this stuff is a bit messy, but it does a hell of a job lubricating this. And a guy I know named Brian is the one who turned me on to this stuff. He used to run D&D Imports in Norfolk, Virginia. Hey, Teddy. And it's just a great way to lubricate it. You can buy it on Amazon. Make sure you have to buy needles separate. You have to be careful. This will get clogged up if you don't keep this sealed. So, what is it, buddy? I'm doing stuff. All day. I did go get some tools and some waterproof marine stuff. Grease. I'm just going through. Oh. You see where it hadn't worked its way down. Probably should have. Work this a bit. There it is. Start to see it drip down on the carburetor there, which I didn't do, and then it dripped out. I mean, not the end of the world. I'm not sweating it. What I am sweating is this rust right here. Everything kind of bolts up. You get the majority of it off. I ain't trying to make it perfect. This is my daily. So yeah, you need to make sure that if you're going to leave your bike outside or leave it in the weather, even under a cover, moisture can get in there and it can cause rust. Me having this filled with silicone probably isn't helping it breathe as much as it would have, but it definitely wasn't the problem, which is what I thought it was. The stuff that I used to use all the time while I was active duty, I cannot remember the name of it, and for a long time I used Bell Ray. We don't have that locally right now, so I just went down, local store, got some marine grease. So got my marine grease. Dig around here in my tools. Went to Harbor Freight, got me a new screwdriver, multi-tool to replace the one that stripped out. More zip ties, oil filter wrench for the other truck, rotary accessories, and acid brushes. You may ask, why acid brush? I'm not trying to wear all this damn lubricant all over me. So I'm just going to take this. you doing, buddy? We walked earlier. So, and now I'm going to cheat just a little bit. Just for those cables to slide on. Probably don't need to, since this is a plastic housing, but I don't want to do this again in a couple weeks. So we're just going to slide it on. It only goes on one way. So now we got to put on this one goes on top, this one goes on the bottom. So when you put them together, and I've got tons of that dry slide in there, which is what you guys are seeing. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to do. Part of it is the rubbers fighting me, part of it's the actual I'm sure there's a better way to do this. I'll try it from the side so I'm not fighting that. There we go. So now I can take this and this and pull the rubber back. And I have that dry slide everywhere, which is not necessarily a bad thing, like I said. What's happening? I'm gonna end up wearing it. Yeah, I overdid the dry slide. All right. And I'm going to get my 2 screws started. Now I am going to cheat. There's 1 screw. There's a 2nd screw. I've got my Permatex. Oh, sorry. A little bit will do you when it comes to this stuff. Teddy, what are you doing? I'm working. He really wants to play. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to get these started. There we go. Now I can run all the way back to where it needs to be. This is not in the way. You gotta watch that rubber. Look at that. Smooth. It's a real tight spot right there. I don't have the best of light for this, but you guys get the gist. So I've got this. All right, so we are all done up. We got a layer of waterproof grease in there. Everything actually feels smoother than it's felt in a while. So that part's done. Grip glue hasn't come in yet, but there's tons of videos on there on how to do grip glue. What you doing, Fuzzy Britches? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to install my favorite accessory ever. Anything is going to take vibrations. This stuff is worth its weight in gold. Anything. You know, it can be Loctite brand, it can be Permatex. I really don't have an option, or not an option. I really don't have an opinion on which one to use, because I've used them both, Permatex and Loctite brand, and I find that they both work about the same. All right, so just that's wide open, fairly comfortable still. Most likely where it's going to be riding on the interstate or something where I do use it will be you tighten it up. So let's get that little wiggle. We're going to tighten it so that wiggle comes out. It still has more play than I would. Yep. I like that. That works for me. Got a little wiggle to it, but it's biting and it does what it's supposed to be doing. And it's aligned where it was when I had it before. So, all right. I have throttle again. All right. So, what do I need to put back together? So I need to put this back together, but I need to put my grip glue on, which I don't have. And I need to put what? I am working. I need to put my rear view on now. You know, that's like a little bit of corrosion on it. Honestly, if you're doing anything like this where you've got like a steel or an aluminum to steel or anything that's a bimetallic, you should put like an anti-seize on them, especially on your like car rims. Trust me. Like you clean up the corrosion on your steel rotors, and then right around the outside of your rotor, you put anti-seize so you don't mess your shit up. There we go. So all I need to do now is put my grips on. There's tons of videos on how to put grips on. You know, I hope this helped you out a little bit. You guys have ever experienced that where you go to use your throttle and you don't have any, and it comes to find out it's rust. So yeah, done figured it out. Teddy, what is it? Hey, you gonna give it to me? Hey, hey. Sit. Drop. You're wound up. All right, what we do? Sit. Wait. Wait. Okay. Oh, shit. You okay, buddy? You gonna bring it here? Oh. Get hit with the stick. I'm going home. What? Is it dinner time? Is it dinner time? All right. Everybody, it's the Wingnut. Like, dislike, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. It's on you. Have a good one.